That's right. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Dave the Cook here.
Ta-da. Flex.
Wild Bill White.
Flex. 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 Flex.
That's right. We'll be back. Hey, everybody.
Harlan quite a bit.
Oh man, I got something else to show you then. Next time we go live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Yeah. Quite a bit. Wow.
Oh man, I got something else to show you then. Where's that at? Next time we go live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. There we go. Sitting here listening to ourselves.
Yeah, I thought that was you. That's a nice recording.
I know, right? At least we know the audio is working.
That's working rather nice, really. I really thought that was you talking. Did you just repeat yourself?
All right, here we go.
Okay. No applause, just a little money.
Tonight's show will be a round-robin affair. I'll come around to each of your tables and entertain you individually. We'll just start in the middle and kind of move out. Start with you? No, everyone starts with you.
Ooh, that was good.
Well, we have a good group here tonight. I don't know, people just seem to like a crowd. Have you noticed that? The bigger the crowd, the more people show up for it. You have a small crowd, nobody shows up. Probably don't know this, I'm an astrologer. If you'll call out your astrological sign, I'll tell you a little bit about yourself one at a time, please. Pisces, sign of the big mouth, first to call out in any group. It's okay, everybody makes mistakes. Even our maker makes mistakes. Look around the room. I like to make jokes about ugly people. I figure who's going to come up after the show and complain, you know? Hey, man, I resemble that remark. I like to see two ugly people holding hands in love. You know, I figure it gets them both out of circulation. I don't know if it's a good idea to have them together, though. They might be home now frumping up a whole new generation of little bitty ugly people. People sit around and contemplate their navel these days. I contemplate my nose and note its imperfections. Do you think it's a good idea to put a wet, drainy thing like that upside down over your mouth? It's unsafe, it's unsanitary. If the health department saw it, you'd have 10 days to fix it or move out. But where else could you put your nose? Like every place out of the way's got kind of a stink touch. Couldn't put it around there and there. Couldn't put it back there. You could switch it with your belly button, that way your face would look like a bowling ball. But then every time you sneezed, your zipper would whistle. Or your dress would fly, go choo. Eskimos would have to drop their pants to kiss. That'd be worse.
To the ankles. Get nosy there.
I think it'd be neat if the parts of your body really were parts and you could mix and match and move stuff around. Wear something out, you get some new, you know. Send stuff out to get it chromed. Say you're laying in bed on a Saturday morning, your woman says, get your ass out of bed. You go, here, take it, leave me alone. You could ask her for a piece, you might just get it. I was thinking the other day, if your knees bent the other way, what would a chair look like?
I've used that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You people ain't thinking about this stuff. Well, you ain't smoking what I'm smoking. Now, I'm not advocating use of any illegal smoking materials by members of our society that do not wish to do so. Although I think it's a good idea for old people, it makes the time go slow. Could add years to retirement. Get your grandma a lid of Columbia and a ton of yarn and get back an Afghan to cover the garage. Set her down, let her rock out. Some of you don't know what I've been talking about. We have some informative pamphlets for you on the way out. We have everything you ever wanted to know about dope but could never remember the questions long enough to ask. And How to Roll a Joint Without Looking by Jose Feliciano, all available. Oh, yeah?
Something to put that
This
up
blind man goes in the drugstore. Starts knocking
right
stuff
there.
off the shelves with his cane. Man comes over, says, can I help you, sir? He says, no, I'm just looking. I thought you wouldn't laugh at a joke like that. You think I don't know the value of handicapped people in a society? You're wrong. If it wasn't for handicapped people, I never would find a parking space. Oh, you don't do that, do you? You don't use that stall in the bathroom. You use the big wide one with the monkey bars, do you? That's a good place to park. Just about the time you sit down, you see some wheels come rolling up. If you're smart, you'll limp out, you know? There you go, guy. Just warming it up for you. have ideas that might benefit the handicapped. You know them houses out by the airport nobody wants to live in?
Oh.
Why don't we give them to deaf people? I hope I didn't offend any deaf people, but I don't guess they heard that joke. I could save us some money, too. Do the missionaries come by your house about every other day? Well, why don't we give them the mail to deliver?
Why not?
They're already in the neighborhood. They're going to ring every damn bell. Just let them say, hello, God loves you and wants you to have your bill. They say since Proposition 13 we don't have enough money now for dam inspectors. I say, good, we don't need no dam inspectors. If you got a house downstream from the dam, your ass ought to be up there checking for cracks. Now, these ideas ain't any dumber than the government. You know what the government calls the department in charge of everything outdoors? Department of the Interior. The only word you can't use. Sounds like it ought to be staffed by decorators instead of bureaucrats. Could you see like a decorator in charge of Hoover Dam? This whole wall has to go. Masonry, masonry, masonry. Windows, let in the light. I do that good, don't I?
Little too good.
Well, I'm from Hollywood. Living in Hollywood's like living in a bowl of granola. What ain't fruits and nuts is flakes. I was going to tell a Catholic joke. Are there any Catholic people here tonight?
Okay, here we go.
Would you mind if I told a little Catholic joke? This raggedy-ass old nun
with 3 legs.
is wandering home from the convent. She has to go through the park. Now, this dude jumps out of the bushes, drags her back in there, and has his way. Then he says unto her, he saith, saying, what will you tell the Holy Father now? She says, I must tell the truth. I must say I'm walking home from the convent when this man jumped out of the bushes and raped me twice, unless you're tired. Now, that's as dirty as my show gets. Because they say cleanliness is next to godliness. Why do they say that? I looked it up in the dictionary. Goggles is next to godliness. Cleanliness is next to claustrophobia and cleavage. You can look it up.
Nice place to be.
But people are always telling you stuff you don't need to know. People tell you to eat before you go to the grocery store. That way you don't buy so much. Well, that don't work with the liquor store, does it?
They don't.
You go there drunk, you buy everything they got.
Yeah.
Let me have that 55-gallon drum of Ripple right there, would you?
Yeah.
I consider drunk as a mind-expanding experience. It allows me to make new connections, you know. I ask new questions I never asked myself or others before I say things like, what makes a Teflon stick to the pan?
Something slippery.
Why does a cowboy wear 2 spurs? If one side of the horse goes, so does the other. If M&M's melt in your mouth but not in your hand, what do they do say under your arm? Do you have to brush your teeth during a fast? And why do they call it a fast when it goes so damn slow? And when yogurt goes bad, how can you tell?
Same with blue cheese.
Hey.
Why do they call them buildings when they're already done building them? They ought to call them built. Or crumblings, you know? Living at crumbling over there. I don't know how a forest fire can start from a little thing. Sounds a little bit like an English ambulance. Then into the distance. Do you ever get the hiccups? That must just knock you on your ass. Are you with her? You're with her? Yeah. Wonder what she does in the bedroom. I hope she don't laugh like that. Well, laughing's okay as long as you don't point. Gee, I hate to go back to my act. It seems so boring. I just wanted to mention, how can a forest fire start from a little thing like a cigarette or a match? I can't get nothing happening in my hibachi with kerosene and hand grenades. If they discover mother's milk causes cancer, where are they going to put the warning?
What causes cancer?
And I wonder, why does a man have nipples and no tits?
Mother's milk.
Okay.
Does a plumber put a faucet on the wall, no pipe? Is it bad taste to give a digital watch to a one-armed man?
Watch it. Watch out.
My dad used to ask me stupid questions. He'd say, "You want your face slapped?" No, but I could use my butt kicked. What do you say? That's why they call it rearing a child. I wonder, did Indians bother with bald cowboys? I mean, why take a scalp? What are they going to do with a beanie? This bugs me, too. When one falls out of my head like this one here, I often wonder, like, what held it in yesterday? It needs washing, but I'm not going to wash it. I figure it's going to fall out. I can take the goddamn dirt with it. It needs cutting, too, but you don't prune a dead tree, do you?
Showing some leg there.
I don't even comb it. I figure the tangle's holding half of it in. Big deal, parallel hair. Who needs it, right?
There you go.
They say it's hereditary. You know, they say it's in your genes, but that's wrong.
He's
I got
wearing
there
shorts
in the
under
genes.
there, everybody, so don't worry.
Face covering.
I need it in my hat. I guess you look at this, you say to yourself, well, I bet he don't get much. Well, you're wrong. I don't get any.
That's almost
I got a question here for this sexually liberated society that we live in. If your woman leaves you for another woman, should you hold the door for both of them? It is a sexually confusing society. You never know what or who you're talking to. What was the idea of transsexuals? Oh, look at that woman right there. Might be a man's spirit trapped in that body. I applied it to myself. I thought, well, maybe there's a female spirit trapped in my body, and I don't know it because she's a lesbian. How would I know? I like some
how do you know
girls'
that?
stuff. Always felt safer on a girl's bike, for instance.
We'll have a crossbar.
Does it seem reasonable to you that the one with the balls gets one with the bar?
Well,
You people mostly vegetarians? Yeah. Not me. I like wieners.
no bones, no veins.
No bones, no veins.
Nope. That's a hot dog.
People will tell you not to eat this stuff. But I'm telling you, you better eat it. Because it contains chemicals.
All of it.
You need to build up your resistance to chemicals. See, if you lead a pure life, you don't get no chemicals, and then you get some of this by accident, it's going to lay your ass out dead.
Oh, boy.
I'm building up my resistance right now. I read where lecithin could make you smart. Did you read that? You need 30 grams a day to be smart. Then they told you where you could get that lecithin, in eggs. Every egg contains 1.2. Sounds smart, you gotta eat 2 dozen damn eggs. You got an exam, you wanna be smart, you gotta have an omelet the size of a throw rug.
That's just for breakfast.
Well, they don't figure you're gonna figure this stuff out. Most of you people college students? I don't like college students.
Ooh.
They always have this attitude like they're so smart, you know? They're in school, something ain't together. You don't go to the hospital and find people bragging about their health.
No, you don't?
Do you ever exhale?
I like that diving picture you sent this morning, Corey.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is.
I went to school.
That's how I remember he said about
Went to
exhale.
college for 6.5 years.
Remind me of that picture.
It was a real long war.
I like that. Thank you.
I have a degree in English literature. What are you gonna do with that? If you don't teach, what are you gonna do? Open up a poem repair? What was your major?
Jesus, that woman's laugh.
What is it?
Yeah.
I can't imagine living with that.
Math and sociology.
Sounds like some weird bird.
Counting people.
Right?
We can get you a job here at the door.
Oh, look at that.
We got a lot of girls, all in a kind of a group. Are y'all college girls? Well, are you good girls?
Straight A's.
Are you? Well, that's why you don't have dates. What? What's the matter, man? Something happened today? Your mother make you wear that shirt? Did your mother used to lay your clothes out on the end of the bed like a little flat person? Put the shirt and then the pants bent over the edge and went down. Then put the shoes next to the feet.
Did your mom
put the
ever wear
socks
your
in the
clothes
shoes.
out?
No.
Used to put my underwear in my
No,
pocket. I left
we
it
didn't
there.
get that.
I figured it was a spare. You know? Come in handy a couple times, too. There's one article of clothing, though, I
we never got
can't
that.
discuss too much because it doesn't concern me, pantyhose. I consider pantyhose a sexual deterrent. Why else do they reinforce the crotch?
Hey.
Good question.
It's the knee gets all the wear. Ought to be a big double knee on them. I used to wear my socks over my shoes, so when my laces came untied, I didn't trip over them.
Hey. That's thinking.
But I've always been ahead of my time. You know? I knew school was stupid when I was a little kid. I used to play hooky, and when they catch me, you know what they do? They kick me out. And that's stupid punishment, you know? He won't come, we won't let him, you know? Fix his ass. But I like church. Church was a weekly reminder there was something worse than school.
Hey.
You have to go to church?
Yo, yeah.
I'm kind of into knowledge more than I am into sex these days. Kind of an infomaniac.
What denomination?
Yeah.
What denomination?
Are you people still into sex?
Christian.
Okay. Yeah, Southern
beyond
Baptist here.
Oh, is that right?
I'm over the hump.
I've been to several different churches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom, she went to a lot of those Indian churches.
Uh-huh.
The Holy Rollers.
Really?
Lot of
Talking
coughing.
tongues.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You smoker?
Right on.
Southern
You know,
Baptist too.
You don't
Yeah.
smoke? Well, you ought to. You already got a cough.
I went because you got a piece of
think
pie
you
at the end.
I'm
Got
light up now.
something to look forward to.
It'll make the last part of the show longer.
The body of Christ.
I'm only
Hey.
doing this because of the law. If you don't use it on stage, you can't write it off your income tax. I ain't paying $50 a lid for shit not writing it off. I put it down under transportation.
Gotta get there.
$50 a lid. They don't call them lids anymore, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
There, it sounds like the end of it.
All right.
And the side one.
In the side one,
That was cool.
Gallagher, everybody. Rest in peace. That dude was so funny. And ahead of his time. He was smart.
Way ahead of his time. It was cool.
So, you've been to a lot of shows in your day. You got to see Janis. You got to see Jimi Hendrix. You got to see Jim Morrison.
Steve Miller.
Did you ever see any comedians?
No, I really haven't. Went to this one laugh-in type thing. Saw,
Was that like an open mic night or something?
and not open mic. There was that guy that came in and did stand-up, but nothing famous. This was around Seattle, the circuit type thing. It was kind of cool. Hot. Down in the basement of this tavern.
Oh, yeah?
And it was hot. I remember that.
Yeah, it seems like most. I didn't go to comedy shows here in Fort Worth. There's a place called Hyenas. Then there's the Improv in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
But back then they allowed smoking.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the
my
whole
goodness.
thing was like,
Yeah. Yuck.
yeah, it was like a fog machine of cigarette smoke. So I just never bothered. But whenever they put in the ordinances where people couldn't smoke indoors anymore, then it was a lot more comfortable to go to if you're a non-smoker.
It smelled like an ashtray when he stepped out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And it stuck with you. So, who would you say on Northern Exposure on the set did anyone stand out for their comedic
Ways.
attributes? Yeah.
Oh, comedic attributes. Well said. I forgot her name. The new doctor.
Oh, the one in season 6, the
Yeah.
Capra. Michelle.
And the wife.
Yeah. Yeah, Michelle Capra, right?
Oh, is that? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had a joke every time she came on the set.
Really?
And Valerie, Adam's wife.
Oh, right. Right.
She was funny.
McAfee.
McAfee, that is very
Okay.
good. Yeah. Yeah, she had a lot of good jokes.
Awesome.
But everybody would come off and say their stuff.
Oh, that's great.
But nobody really stood out. Except for
Graham Greene, Floyd
Graham.
Westerman, or Red Crow, none of them guys
a lot of the
crack
war,
jokes.
you hear a lot of the war stories.
They seem like serious dudes, anyway, to me.
Not really serious, but to a point.
Yeah,
Yeah, they held the mud and got the job done.
yeah, man.
Some of them like long scenes and don't want to be off to the side into a conversation and not concentrating.
Man. Yeah, you're lucky to have been able to
There.
perform with them guys.
Oh man,
And they're lucky
stand
to
next
be
to
able to
them.
perform with you, no lie.
Oh,
And, yeah.
what it was, what a treat to stand next to somebody. Even when we're talking earlier about Patrick Stewart
Yes.
from Star Trek,
Yeah, you met him at the Emmys.
Emmys, and at the Emmys, the people I met at the Emmys, gosh, I can't think of their names right now.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah,
It's all right. Is that where you met John Bridges? Or
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges, yes.
Jeff Bridges. Oh my God, thank you. That was on a movie set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was extra in this movie. Was it American Prayer?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was.
Sorry, the camera keeps going out of focus here for some
It
reason.
was a white
There
balance.
we go. Yeah, something. I don't know.
That does help it.
Really? I didn't. Are you in that movie or were your scenes cut?
I haven't seen it.
All right, we got to watch it.
I haven't seen it. Yeah,
Wow.
I've
All
been
right.
standing right next to him. I'm playing pool with this pretty lady.
Really?
But I was. I went in and got my. Let them know I'm here, talked to everybody. They sent me to a trailer to get my costume on.
Uh-huh.
Okay, went in this trailer. There's nobody around. And costume laid out there. Didn't have a name or anything. Just William White, here's your costume. So I got to strip down. I stripped down to my underwear. I'm standing there, and Jeff Bridges walks in.
While you're in your underwear?
I'm in my underwear.
Oh, my God.
I swear to God. And then he's all like, oh, I'm sorry. And then,
Hope you like what you see.
yeah, you're next.
Did you buy a ticket?
Yeah, did you buy a ticket? Yeah. Let me see that ticket stub. Yeah, true story. True story.
I never knew. That's crazy. We'll have to watch that movie now.
American Heart. And we broke out a conversation. I said, you don't have to leave or anything since we're here. And I said, well, my girlfriend wanted me to get your autograph. Hey, no problem. Signed it to Linda. And then had a good conversation. Anyways, after rap, DA comes back and he wants to, PA comes back and goes, Bill White, Jeff Bridges would like to see you. All the extras, that's what everybody got. What the hell? He gets to go.
You made the extras jealous.
I made the extras, everybody, yeah, because he asked for me. And I had no idea why. So I went back in there. He was with the director and just talking and stuff, and walked up and we had a nice conversation. It was cool. He wanted to sit there and have a drink and BS and have a good time.
Wow.
Yeah, and had a Polaroid picture taken. Just him and I. And I said our goodbyes, and a year later he came back with did another movie up in the Northwest, and I showed up on a set. Just walked in on a set, and he recognized me. I waited, being real polite and everything. He recognized me, waved and everything, and said, "Hey, come on over." He says, "Got a good conversation." I forgot the name of that movie. Anyways, I asked him if he could. I remember I asked him, Jeff, man, here's that picture. Could you autograph it? A year later, he autographed that picture.
Oh, he autographed the Polaroid.
He autographed the Polaroid.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, true story.
And you probably lost track of that thing.
I don't know
now.
what happened to it.
Oh, man.
All those pictures.
You still got the memory, though, bro.
I got the memory.
No one can take that away from you.
It's there. Yeah, even caught me in my underwear.
Well, awesome. I'm going to have to find that movie, and we're going to have to watch it.
Yeah.
Because you were in a movie with Drew Barrymore, too.
Drew Barrymore.
Mad Love, but your scene was cut.
Yeah, scene was cut.
But you still get paid for it. 65 cents or whatever, whenever they air it.
Yeah.
Someone watches it, you get a dime.
That's it. You got a nickel, I got a dime. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Tonight we're watching ourselves,
Listening.
I guess, go live, and we're listening to the 1980 vinyl record of Gallagher.
Yeah, side
fresh
2.
Out of the box.
Fresh out of the vinyl. The vinyl is out of the box.
Yeah, there you go. We got it.
That took a second, Corey.
Sometimes it does, man. It's all right.
That was funny.
All right, we're going to continue side 2 now.
Okay. Thank you.
Order up.
Order up. Better than throwing up.
You people watch a lot of TV, watch sports on TV for exercise? My idea of roughing it is like black and white TV, you know? I really feel tired after a good game, do you?
7th inning stretch.
You people into sports much? Skiers? I don't like skiers. Don't you think skiing's kind of dumb? You get up on top of a slippery mountain with sleds on your feet and you go down. Big deal. Try not to.
Gymnastics.
Go up. That'd be a sport.
Oh,
Look at some bitch go up that mountain, you know? People into bowling?
Oh, my goodness.
There's another dumb one.
I like bowling.
So do I.
The object of the game is to do the same thing over and over and over. Won't that be fun?
And knock them all down.
Bowling is an excuse to get drunk. And drunk is an excuse for your bowling.
No kidding.
Any you people into tennis?
Ping pong.
Another dumb one.
Golf.
Object of the game. Hit the ball where your partner ain't, so they have to stop and walk after the ball. While
done
they're
that a
walking
lot.
after the ball, you stand there. You do this for exercise.
Watching them walk.
They ought to put the net around the court and get it out of the middle where it keeps screwing up the game. All you need is streamers or a grass skirt hanging from the net in the middle there. Just, you know the ball goes under it. You don't need to walk up and get the damn thing.
You know the ball goes under.
Soccer, to me, is stupid, too. Anytime something hits you on the head, that's dumb.
Baseball.
I mean, your head, your brain, your intellect, it's you. And you go, there's the ball. I'll hit it with my head. Football? Well, I'll tell you, I wish that the Russians knew about our professional football players. See, every time we compete against them, we lose something because we don't have our professional athletes competing. We got a bunch of college kids competing against their big guns, you know? They think they're tough shit. They ain't nothing. These Russians, they get their confidence up playing against us, you know? In fact, I don't like it when they hear about the Army losing to, like, William and Mary. You ever see that? Why can't our service academies do better in sports? I mean, how in the hell good are they going to do in war if they can't win football or something? Against William and Mary? Sounds like a dull couple from New England, you know? We always lose the biathlon to the Russians. This is where you ski in the snow and then stop and shoot, and then you ski and then you shoot. We lose that all the time. That's our weakness. If they attack us in the wintertime, we're going to lose Squaw Valley, Lake Placid, Big Bear.
Real fast.
Now, they're over there training right now for the Olympics in Los Angeles, and they're trying to recreate the same atmospheric conditions they're going to have over here. They're having their people run through forest fires sucking on a muffler.
Oh, no.
You see on the news, how in the hell can they call it air quality? Those two words do not go together. It's like hamburger steak and military intelligence, you know? Or uncontested divorce. Somebody's pissed. You know, they say that the cities are ruining the environment. This isn't true. It's the farmers. By planting crops, they leach the nutrients from the soil.
What?
They rotate the crops, they rotate the nutrients they leach from the soil. Whereas the city puts down parking lots, the asphalt seals in the nutrients.
Yes.
You know what white sugar does to you? Causes you to be hypertensious, gets you wired. Caffeine does the same thing. Why is it we let cops go to donut stands?
Right.
That's why they're all so wired. They go, where did I put my gun? Where did I put my gun? I look at the corner and I see trash in the trash cans piled up. No municipal employee to pick it up, but we got people in little jogging outfits running around the block for the fun of it. Why? If you got that much energy, go get a job. You know, pick up litter, trail a criminal, go down to the cops, go, who do you want me to follow? Come on. Instead, they go down to the gym, they pay money to lift chrome. Make the trash cans out of chrome, get the shit picked up.
Oh, look at that.
I'm down on ignorance and stupidity every place I see it. Let me tell you something about driving. because I know there's people in here that do this. A yellow light does not mean put it to the floor.
I thought it'd go faster.
Yellow light means you lose. Stop. Slow down. Next time you go. But see... So now everybody ran the yellow light.
Wow.
So the people that used to run the yellow light to be different now run a little bit into the red. And you do it too, because you know you can beat that other guy to the middle of the intersection because you got a running start.
Starlo Deer asked in the comments, do you guys know if the actor playing Eugene passed away? They found an obituary.
Oh, I didn't know this.
I haven't heard anything about it either.
Oh, my goodness, really?
I hope it ain't true.
Oh.
I'll have to look it up.
What's his last name?
I'm not sure.
Well, listen who this screws up. This screws up me.
No.
If I come up to that intersection to turn left, I get in the left-hand lane. The light turns green. I sit there during that whole green, right? I'm willing to pay my price, take a little time. After all, I am turning left. But when that yellow comes up, whose is it? Mine. Paid for it with my goddamn green.
Well, hold that.
But no, here comes everyone so busy. Use up all of the yellow, a little bit of the red. Here come the traffic. Whose ass is in the middle of the intersection?
Yeah.
Me.
I'm just trying to keep the camera focused for some reason.
See, I got to drive real safe because I don't have any insurance. They don't give it to entertainers.
Can you see the whole
My
name?
dad had this problem when I was a kid, you know. He owned a roller skating rink. We couldn't get insurance there, so he just put up a sign, you know, not responsible for accidents, skate at own risk. So I put a sign up on my car. Unemployed entertainer. Fuck with me, I dare ya. But I'm still responsible for all damage to another car. So I just hang my old tires around my car like a tugboat. I don't care. A real sense of freedom knowing you got a big rubber bumper all around your car. I don't know why they don't build the car like that, like a Dodgem car, so you could have some fun on the road. You know what I mean? City people like contact. They like to jostle around. The same thing when you get out on the road. You like to bang around a little bit, you know? Somebody starts coming in your lane, bow! Move over. You're at a red light, old lady in front of you, the light turns green, she don't go. I got gas in first gear for 2 cars. You can't give an old lady whiplash because her head don't go above the seat. I don't mind hurrying now, but I'm against ignorance and stupidity on the highway. Stupid drivers. The ones going down the freeway with the seatbelt hanging out the door making sparks. The ones going over an overpass with the turn signal on. Where in the hell are they gonna turn? It's like a sign to the whole world. Blink, blink, I'm stupid as hell, I'm stupid as hell. Or else they're in the fast lane of the freeway going 35 miles an hour with a bumper sticker on the back says, I'd rather be sailing. Good, get the hell off the road. If I had my way in this world, every driver would be issued a little rubber stick 'em dart gun like you had when you were a kid. When somebody does something stupid, you hang out the window, you shoot him in the trunk. It would stick there with a little sign that said stupid on it. Then when the highway patrol comes by and sees a car with about a dozen of these on the back end, pulls them over, gives them a ticket for being an asshole. Which brings up the topic of the Arabs. You know, they're real lucky we can't drive over there. Or there'd be some independent truckers kicking some ass in Kuwait tonight. Let me tell you something about them old peckers. They're real lucky I ain't in charge of this country's science and technology, or I'd figure out a way of boring through the earth and sucking it out from under them.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. You're right, he does kind of look like him and the age does check out. I agree with you. It's just hard to say. You know, I'm looking here and I'm not finding anything else on him. And you would think that it would have been mentioned in his obituary that he was on the show, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
But it says he was famous for having the best bannock around. Everyone loved Earl's fried bannock.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if it was him or not. Let's see his- Yeah,
What's the date there?
2022. It says he passed at the age of 54, May 31st, 2022. He was born July 30th, 1967. So,
22, a few years ago.
yeah, it is a unique name. Good eye, though. I mean, I haven't heard anyone else mention it, but you did some due diligence, and it's got me wondering now.
Oh,
Yeah, IMDb doesn't have him listed as deceased. Yeah, IMDb does miss it, and we talked about that earlier with Bill here. If you look at his IMDb, it says he was born in Scotland, and he wasn't. It says he was in the, Young and the Restless? or
Young and the
something,
Restless.
And he wasn't. It says he was in a Coach, too, and he wasn't.
yeah. What?
So, yeah, IMDb isn't really the most reliable source, but it seems like,
I was born in 1960.
you know, everybody loves Eugene.
Yeah.
You know, he was such a cool dude on there. I would imagine word would have got around to somebody. I mean, it's like when Ted Sampson died.
Right. It was
You
right
know, we
instant.
heard about it, and we did a
Yeah,
show on it.
We did a vigil for him.
Yeah, yeah,
I hope it wasn't Earl. Huh?
right. What a coincidence if that's not him. But yeah, I'm gonna keep looking into it for sure.
Okay.
I mean, someone's got to know. You know, there's got to be some reference. Maybe we can find him.
We'll do a show for him.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We got to do that.
Where's Eugene? We'll
Yeah.
make it a scavenger hunt. We got to find Eugene now.
Hey. Anybody know where or have any news or updates on this news here? It's kind of
Right.
sad.
Yeah, it is. Either way, it's sad.
Interesting name. Last name?
It ain't their oil. They're just closer to it. I guess we ought to be glad they're still taking dollars for it and don't want something of value. You know what we're about to spend a lot of money on, gang? We're about to spend $30 billion on the MX missile system. You know about this? Well, this is a system where we build little train cars for missiles, and we run them up to a hole and stick them in the hole, and then when the Russians know they're in the hole, we take them out of the hole and put them in another hole.
What?
Sounds like something I'd figure out, don't it?
$30 million
Well-
back in 1980.
My goodness.
Why are we doing this when most Americans don't have the cash or the gas to get out of town on the weekend, have a vacation of their own? We got money for a little trip for a missile? We ought to combine these two needs and produce ICBMWs. Intercontinental Ballistic Missile Winnebagos.
That'll be good.
Now, see?
You had one?
You just give these out to about 1 million Americans.
Did you
They
have a
head out for the
Winnebago?
weekend. They just don't tell no
I
Russians.
had that 57 Cadillac
Oh,
with a Winnebago
And the
attached to it.
Soviets will be
Yeah.
shaking
Yeah.
in their boots, figuring there's
I'll
a
bring
million
that- I'll bring
Americans
that
out for the
picture up and
weekend
share
with
it
a
again.
six-pack and a
Yes.
Polaris.
That thing was a lot of fun. Got me in a lot of trouble, too.
oh, I bet.
It pulled
Hey, what's
over
so
a lot.
scary about driving one of these? If you got a Pinto, you're used to driving a bomb.
I
Is
called
it the new math? Why did
called
two
it a
$50
Cadillac.
tires cost $150? Because all the extras. You say, let me have them two $50 tires. He says, you want them on the car?
Right.
No, I'll just eat them here, man.
Tired.
What would you rather have, your car or a flying saucer?
Well,
Well, why don't we tell the Japs to build them for us?
Chinese today.
We're the market, they're the workers. Supply and demand. We demand it, they supply it. When all we wanted was firecrackers and little paper umbrellas, we got them, didn't we? Well, tell them we want flying saucers. Get them to work on it. They love to be busy. They can make anything but a suit where the pants come down to the shoes. I was thinking, if the flying saucers land and little green people get out, what if they're in the nude and we don't know what not to look at?
Oh, my goodness.
Or what if Mexicans get out? That'd be neat, wouldn't it? Aliens.
Both illegal.
I can't imagine it, though. There's no place on a flying saucer to hang a dingle ball.
Or dice.
Those are awesome.
I don't have a hang-up about Mexican. Listen, what do you talk about hang-up? Don't I live in the second most populous Mexican city in the world? Well, I can't ignore them. I would tell you I lived in a Mexican neighborhood if it weren't for the blacks.
Oh, no.
I'm for the minorities, especially in sports. I'm for the white guys.
Is he the fastest runner?
Now, I'll pick on our other neighbors, too, the Canadians. You look at their money and you can tell how strange they are. They put the queen on one side of a coin. Now, you think this is real nice. Look on the other side, they got a beaver. What the hell glory is there in first place if second place went to a beaver?
Right?
It did. Loonies, they call them.
Loonies. That's great.
Now, they talk about stuff on TV that I don't mention in a nightclub late at night. To talk about douche, I never mention that. But you don't have to be a pervert to see the sexual content in television advertising. They got this one commercial, this woman sits up in bed and she says proudly, "I'm cleaning my oven."
Sits up in bed, eh? That wasn't those chickens
Her
side my
hands are
head.
under the covers, you figure it out.
Oh, it's on broil right now.
And the product is easy off, really. Then Joe DiMaggio says Mr. Coffee's the best he's ever tasted. Now, Joe DiMaggio was married to Marilyn Monroe. Come on, Joe, you have tasted better, boy. I wish there was a knob on the TV so you could turn up the intelligence. They got one marked brightness, but it don't work, does it?
I like that.
Most commercials are an insult to my stupidity. They'll say things like, "Do you need a pain reliever that works?"
Yes.
Impotence got you down? Constipation a problem? What are you gonna say? No, I dig it. Is it hard to meet a girl with acne? No, I meet them all the time. See, commercials are supposed to be an example for society. They're supposed to tell you how to act. And they don't always do this. There's this girl gets a new watch. She shows it to another girl. The other girl's impressed. She goes, "Oh, wow, a new watch." The girl goes, "I was hoping for a Longines."
What's
What a
that?
bitch.
1980, man. I was 1 year old.
Yeah.
New watch ain't good enough for her. Sometimes white people embarrass me.
They do.
A lot of them are just plain ignorant, too. Here's a dog we fed, Alpo dog food. Here's a dog we didn't feed. Look how much friskier the Alpo dog is than the dead one over here. We've stretched this bra between these two Mack trucks to show you girls that any elastic that can lift and separate these two big babies is gonna have no problem with your little pickup. I don't know about you. Every time I see a laxative commercial, they keep talking about gentle. When I need a laxative, I want a bomb. I mean, rough me up, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, sex pervades our society completely. Sports is where it is now. Everybody that's good in sports, we somehow assume they're good in bed. And I don't believe that. I think being good at sports limits you. You practice whatever it is you do so much, you can't do nothing else. I know Jimmy Connors, when he's done, jumps over the bed and shakes your hand. Hey, that was pretty good, you know? Or a swimmer, when he gets to the headboard, does a flip turn, come back for another lap, you know? And I wonder, does a rodeo cowboy think 9 seconds is a long ride?
Gotta point your toes.
Gymnasts, though. I bet gymnasts are real good.
No. I agree.
First-hand knowledge here. Are you better than Nadia? Nadia's a perfectionist. Imagine that guy is a 10. Wow, Nadia, that was perfect, you know. You even pointed your toes, you little devil. That full twisting dismount wasn't bad either, babe.
Point your toes. Oh my goodness.
Well, it's about time for me to cut out. As you can see, performing for me is a sexual experience. I'm done before you are.
Thanks for coming.
Before I go, I'd like to impart some last few words of wisdom to you. I want you to always remember, never let your mother brush your hair when she's mad at your dad. Children who have a well-balanced breakfast before school are the only ones who throw up in gym class.
Oh, my.
That guy who said bird in the hand's worth two in the bush ain't been putting his bird in the right bushes. I want you men to remember that sex is a Chinese dinner for two. It ain't over till you both get your cookies. I want you lovers to be fair. Let the other one sleep in the wet spot half the time. This has been more than a thrill for me. This has been an inconvenience. See you later. Good night.
That was cool.
Yeah, man.
Right at the end there.
I miss that dude.
Right on.
He's so funny.
Now, I can't remember one of them.
And he didn't smash any watermelons that time.
No, he didn't.
I think that maybe that was before he had his. No, he was doing that before that for sure.
It says right on the album he doesn't do the.
Yeah, you're right.
That was cool hearing him.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you were up to it. I've been wanting to listen to this with you for a while.
Oh, right on.
I was like, hey, let's go live in case anyone else, Gallagher fan,
Hey,
want to hang out with us at
come on, join us.
4:20 in the morning.
Chime in.
4:20.
It's been a day. 4:20 a.m.
Yep.
And I got that nurse coming at 1.
Yep. 7 hours.
Yeah.
No. What, 9 hours? That's how good my math is.
Hey, I gotta get up around noon, 11:30 or so, and start getting ready my slow ass.
Yeah. Yep. And we got to find out if Eugene is still around.
Oh, that spaced my mind. I'm so sorry.
What?
We need to find out.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. I never thought about it, but these things you don't think about until it's brought up, and it seems like someone somewhere across the internet would bring it up.
You would think somebody would set something or.
Yeah. So we'll have to look into that.
Wow.
You'll have to make some phone calls.
Okay.
Maybe Barry Corbin knows.
Find out.
Yeah. He has to say.
We'll let you know, folks, or let us know.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, let us know if you find out where we do.
And leave it down in the comments on what you thought of this show. Chime in on the comments.
Oh, this show?
Or what they're gonna think
Gallagher
about the
show?
Gallagher show.
Yeah. Do you want to give them your challenge of the episode? There's an episode where Bill was wearing his Ray-Bans, and they always made him take his glasses off.
And I've tripped over cords, dropped things. I couldn't see. I would have to rehearse going back and forth, walking my lines. Not walking my lines, but get my steps down. So I wouldn't trip over cords. And I'm good. Anyways, this one scene, I got to wear my glasses. Anybody can find that scene, point it out, mark it. Got a special prize for you.
Yeah. We'll give you an autographed cookbook, Northern Exposure cookbook.
Yes.
And you can find Dave's baked salmon.
A salmonized stew.
So
It's good, really good.
cool, man. Well, we're just hanging out. We'll do it again sometime. We plan on going live a lot more. This is kind of an experiment to see. And one thing I learned is my camera keeps going out of focus. So
The white balance there. And
yeah, gonna have to solve that problem.
There's a few
So it's a
little
little learning experience while we're doing this.
good job tonight, though, Corey.
Yeah. Good job on you, buddy.
Hey.
I'm glad you were in the mood to do it. I've been wanting
Thank
to
you.
do this for a long time.
Oh,
so
gosh.
It's like, well, let's go live on YouTube. It's been a while.
It's been spontaneous, and I really enjoyed this.
Spontaneity.
I'm ready to put my body horizontal.
Kings of the nighttime world. That
Flex,
sun will be
flex,
up soon.
flex.
Leave that to the daywalkers.
And leave that to the daywalkers.
So,
All right. Good night,
well,
everyone.
north to the future, everybody.